Good day everyone, my name is Angel Maria Abaleta.
And I am Kim Ashley E. Candelaria.
And for today, we will be discussing the gender and other cross-cutting issues, educational, general health, and mental health. For our learning objectives, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Discuss how and why gender lens is necessary in understanding other social issues, and 2. Show appreciation of the intersectionality between gender, education, and health, especially mental health.
In the definition of terms, we have social services, the services that are necessary for individuals and families to maintain social functioning and achieve their utmost potential. So, ang social services ay nag-refer sa range ng government and non-governmental programs and activities. And its aim is to support individuals and families' need. An example of these services are welfare assistance, child protection, health services, and etc. These kind of activities were a big help in addressing challenges such as various social, economic, and other health-related challenges. Second is education, the process of teaching and learning and related activities geared towards making this process organized, effective, and responds to people's needs. Third is mental health. It is the sense of mental well-being which allows achievement of human potentials through positive coping. So, in mental health naman is fundamental to overall well-being, meaning to say, malaki ang nasasakupan niya. So, it includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And nakaka-impluwensya siya in terms sa thinking ng tao, sa nararamdaman niya, and how an individual acts. So, if we prioritize our mental health, we can cope our stress, and we can build a healthy relationship, and we may achieve a healthy life. Lastly, we have health, sense of well-being, and absence of disease.
And for our introduction, in principle, humans regardless of genders have basic human rights emerging from their instinct human and dignity. Practically, these rights are translated into programs, projects, and services that are made accessible to us for the purpose of satisfying our basic needs and for achieving our highest potentials. Regardless of gender, we have seen that people are capable of making something, of creating, of making responsible choices, of developing. This capability is promoted by resources we have access to. The state has a role in making sure that we people receive the services we need and deserve. Two of the primary needs of individuals are: the first one is access to education, and the second one is access to health services. So, syempre, as humans is may daily needs tayo, may mga pangangailangan tayo sa araw-araw. So, sabi dito, primary needs of individuals, the first one ay yung access to education. Tapos yung second one ay yung access to health services na pinoprovide ng ating government bilang karapatan natin or narapat talagang ibigay sa atin. So, as individual, tingin nyo ba yung access to education and access to health services ay inyong na-avail sa ating lipunan? Syempre naman, yes, kasi meron tayong libreng edukasyon and at the same time, yung access to health services natin. Kung mapapansin nyo, kung pupunta kayo ng clinic, is may mga libreng gamot na pinaprovide ng ating clinic. And at the same time, hindi na natin kailangang magbayad ng tuition fees sa mga state university, maliban na lang siguro kung private ka nag-aaral. So, punta tayo dun sa gender and education. So, sabi dito, the UNICEF 2011 report on adolescence show that while there is already an increase in access to education for all genders, there remains to be many girls and women who are unable to go to schools. However, interesting trends can be observed from the 2013 Functional Literacy Education and a Mass Media Survey, or FLAMS. This study shows that there are more males 4 to 6 in 1,000 children aged to 16 to 14 who are able to attend school compared to females na 2 to 4 in 1,000. So, sabi dito, sabi ng mass media survey or ng FLEMS na yung pag-aaral nila is nagpapakita na yung 4 to 6 in 1,000, 4.6 in 1,000 na yung kalakihan na nag-age sa 6 to 14 ay nakakapag-aral compared dun sa female na meron lang na 2.4 in 1,000. So, however, again, for people aged 15 to 24, there are actually more females 24 in 1,000. So, kung kanina is mas mababa yung tsansa ng kababaihan na makapag-aral, dito naman na yung age ng 15 to 24 is mataas na yung tsansa nila na makapag-aral. Kung kanina is 2.4 lang in 1,000, ngayon ay 24 in 1,000 na. So, malaki na yung porsyento nun. Malaki-laki na yon. So, sabi dito na this may mean that while there are more males who are able to education, there are more females who are able to proceed to higher education. So, meaning, marami man yung kalalakihan na nabibigyan ng karapatan na makapag-aral, but then, yung mas malaki yung tsansa ng kababaihan na ipagpatuloy or mag-proceed sa higher education. Meaning siguro, kung yung kalalakihan is nag-start ng elementary and high school, sa college is hindi nila napagpapatuloy. Kagaya sa ating generation ngayon, may mga kalalakihan na kapag tapos ng grade 12 and meron na silang diploma is nagtatrabaho na agad sila or gusto na agad nilang magtrabaho compared sa ating mga kababaihan na hanggang college is talagang nagpuproceed tayo or pinagpapatuloy natin. Practically, this only shows that the interventions toward making education, women and men, may also different. Encouraging younger girls to go to basic education while providing opportunities for men to earn a college degree. So, meaning na yung boys and girls is magkaiba sila na kung paano iti-tailor yung pag-aaral or paano nila iti-take yung pag-aaral nila. In our generation naman, I believe na ang lahat, whether lalaki ka, babae ka, bakla, tomboy, or kahit ano pang kasarain mo, is nabibigyan ka ng karapatan na ma-avail yung free education natin provided by our government. Siguro may mga miscellaneous or may mga babayaran lang sa ating school, but then malaki pa rin yung nababawas ng pagbayad ng tuition fees para maipagpatuloy natin yung pag-aaral natin. But at the same time, may mga tao naman na hindi talaga nakaka-avail or hindi talaga nabibigyan ng pagkakataon na ipagpatuloy yung pag-aaral nila kasi hindi nila kaya makipagsabayan sa atin. Like for example, yung mga batang nakatira sa mga bundok na walang sakayan, mahirap silang makasakay ng sakayan kasi nga wala silang pambayad or wala silang pang-avail ng transportation papunta ng school. That's why, ang ginagawa lang nila is tutulong na lang sila dun sa mga magulang nila na mga bukid and hanggang sa mawala na sila ng gana or ng dedication para makapag-aral kasi nga nasanay na sila sa mga gawain. So, moving on sa ating next, which is yung gender and health. So, sabi dito, another basic social service we all need is health service. Health, according to the World Health Organization, does not only mean absence of disease but a state of well-being. The Department of Health of the Philippines follows a cluster approach in health, wherein the more primary cluster, the first one is public health, second one is water, sanitation, and hygiene, and the third one is nutrition, and last one is mental health and psychological support. In the earlier lesson, we discussed that the males and females have unique reproductive health needs. This also means that in terms of health services, All genders should be able to access services. In turn, health services should also be gender responsive. Siguro naman lahat sa atin is nakapunta na ng ospital or ng clinic para magpagamot or magpa-consult. So, di ba, nung mga ngayon, kapag pumunta tayo ng clinic and may pina-check tayo, is libre yon. And syempre, kapag may gamot doon na kailangan mo or available dun sa kanilang clinic, is libre mong maa-avail yun. Kumbaga, binibigay yon dahil yun talaga is karapatan mo bilang mamamayan ng Pilipinas. And yun din is provided by our government. Yun talaga ay naglalaan ng mga pondo doon para maibigay sa atin kasi kailangan nating ma-avail yun kasi yun ay karapatan natin. So, as my experience naman, kung matatandaan nyo nung mga elementary days or nung high school days, is meron nagpupunta sa school natin na mga nurses para magbigay ng libreng bakuna. As far as I remember, yung binakuna sa akin noon ay anti-tetano. And yung mga pampurga naman na binibigay ng nurse nung simula nung daycare ako, nung nag-aaral ako hanggang sa nung grade 12 ako, is meron pa rin naman yon. And yun ay pinoprovide ng ating government na hindi naman natin binabayaran kasi yun ay libre at yun talaga ay nakaatang para sa atin para siguro ma-ensure yung kalusugan ng bawat individual na Pilipino.
So, let us proceed to gender and mental health. One of the most prevalent issues facing adolescents nowadays is mental health. And the changing environment also brings forth stressors that are not existing before. People are challenged to pay attention not only their physical health but also to their psychological wellness. So, changing environment has an impact in an individual. It can stress people kasi 'di ba kapag nasa ibang lugar tayo at hindi tayo familiar, nag-iiba yung routine na nakasanayan natin, making us hard to fit in. Humans naturally seek stability and predictability. So, kapag may na-face ang isang individual na new situation, either it's scenario or something with new surrounding na makaka-trigger your sa feelings niya, it can be anxiety and fear. Diba minsan may tinatawag tayong homesick and that is one example. In the context of gender and sexuality, some issues faced by humans related to their sexuality and to the roles they assume in the society are mental or psychological in nature. Some of these issues are follows: coping with sexual and reproductive health issues including teen pregnancy, STD or HIV, confusion, and doubt. So, nowadays that we have LGBTQIA+, marami ng individual ang nadi-discriminate because of their personalities. And these are just the issues that they face and have to conquer, and constant exposure to discrimination. It can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. So, in terms naman in teenage pregnancy, so ang pagiging batang ina is, syempre, nagli-lead din siya sa stress, anxiety, and depression, and even isolation. So, bakit? Dahil na-face nila yung parenthood at a young age. So, nakaka-experience na siya ng financial problem na hindi dapat. So, teens may also experience feelings of shames because of their conditions. Siyempre, ano ba naman ang iisipin ng tao kapag nakita ka na bata pa, tas nag-aalaga ka na ng anak? So, dito na papasok yung judging either from peers, from families, and society. So, nag-a-add siya sa pag-lower ng kanilang self-esteem and overall well-being. So, next is STD or HIV. So, people with STD and HIV diagnosis may feel shock and fear about their future. Kasi, 'Di ba, as you all know, kapag lumala ang HIV, ang susunod na nito is AIDS. And there is no treatment or cure in this kind of diagnosis. Other individual, kapag may ganitong sakit is nagaantay na lang ng pagkamatay dahil kapag nalaman ng ibang tao that you have this kind of disease, syempre lalayuan ka and you will be isolated. Madidiscriminate ka and you will even experience post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. So for the summary of this lesson, as our course culminates, this lesson only underscores that gender and sexuality principles are not only exclusive to those people who are specializing in this topic. In fact, having a clear and solid gender lens will help us perform our task better in whatever field of expertise we are in. This lesson emphasized that in various spheres, making sure that unique issues, concerns, and needs of women, men, and LGBTQ+ shall bring us closer to our desire to promote human rights and uphold human dignity.